Right, I think it's working. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see if anyone comes. It says upcoming. Okay, is anyone coming? Oh, we've got one person there. Hi, George. It's working. Hallelujah. Oh, we've got more people coming. Yeah, tell me where you're from in the chat if you're coming. Hi, Nigel. How's it going? So I had a bit of a problem. There was another live stream set up that I set up days ago, but for some reason I can't access that on my laptop. Hi, Dan. So I've had to set up a new one. So technical problems today. Okay, I think everything's working now. Wonderful. Matthew Tasker is there. Hopefully a weird thumbnail of me going is not showing because I changed the thumbnail. Matthew is still in, where are you? Oh, still in the port of airlines named after a French general. Yes, Matthew is in Paris. Oh, Charles de Gaulle, right? Yeah, so today it's half an hour quick Sunday live stream from Mazatlan in Mexico. I've got one of my t-shirts on, which is going to be in the next video because guess what? I'm going out after this to film a Mazatlan video. I'm not looking forward to it because it's really hot. Yes, so I just wanted to talk about a few things about upcoming Mexico. I did a video yesterday talking about the fact that I'm leaving Mexico at the end of August. So just to clarify, I'm not leaving now. And there will be another 17 big travel videos until then, which will actually be uploaded until I think the beginning of October, according to my plan, because I do one every week. But some weeks I'm filming 3 videos. So there'll be a bit of a backlog when I leave Mexico. So that's that. And also, upcoming travel plans. And also if you have any questions about anything about this Mexico trip, what else? The fact that I'm going back to Torreon in about 6 weeks, I think. Ask away. Let's have a look at the chat thingy. What are you all doing on this Sunday morning? I guess it's Sunday morning for me, but for Matthew Tasker, it's the afternoon. And people in Europe, later on in the day. Right, Nigel is in USA via London. I want to hear about why you hate living in the UK. Someone else said that in a comment. Was that you? It might have been, I think it was someone else. Okay. Many reasons. I mentioned some of them in that video. The fact that I turned into a drug addict and work problems, but not just that. Politics, violence, murders, death, just a general attitude of self-entitlement from many people and complete obliviousness to the rest of the world. Because it's the UK, imperialistic colonialism attitude, if you know what I mean. Not everyone. I'm generalizing there, but there are many reasons why I wouldn't want that. Want to live there. That's it. Also, the thing about money, it's too expensive to live there. I could probably afford to live there now because I've got to the point now where my income is it's not the same as it was, to be honest, when I was living in London, but I don't need that income where I'm living now. But I could probably survive, but I think I would just go back into that hole of hell, if you know what I mean. A lot of people I've seen, friends of mine who went back to the UK because of COVID, they haven't left yet. And I just feel like I would be one of those people. Okay. JK Blogs. Hi, David. Hi, JK Blogs. Global Greg from Delaware, USA. Delaware. That's always a state I can never remember. When you do them quizzes about US states. Is that a state? It is a state, isn't it? Nigel, why do you hate the UK? Be interesting to hear. Sorry, my table is wonky and it's really annoying. Bloody hell. Right. New Orleans. New Orleans. Matthew Tasker's found an airport lounge. George, okay, did I reply to your comment? It's a shame you're not going to be able to come back to Monterey, I hope, for a future trip in the fall or winter. Yes, because Monterey is kind of in the opposite direction. than the places I want to go. Possibly if I wasn't doing a Torreon series in July, maybe I would. You never know. I might still come to Monterrey. Who knows? Things change. And that's the thing about the plan, because it's kind of up in the air. JK Blogs, how's it going with Italki? That's a good question. I don't really use Italki anymore. I haven't really used it for well, I do use it, but probably for a year. I haven't really used it because most of my students book on my website now. I get the occasional new person on Italki, but because I delete the availability on Italki, because it doesn't sync with my website, it looks like I'm not available on Italki, so people don't really book. And plus, because I don't get many bookings on there now, the algorithm doesn't promote me, if you know what I mean. Are you using Italki, JK Blogs? Alicia, hi, Han. Are you coming back to Mexico yet? Cool. Oh, Nigel had a factory in Iztapalapa. I will be back in Iztapalapa, so that's one thing. So if you don't know, I stayed in Iztapalapa for a month when I first got back to Mexico in February. I wasn't filming then. That was during my break. And I'm going to be back there right at the end before I leave. So there'll be a video. I think it's season 6, episode 24 on my plan. I'm filming episode 8 today. So it's a long way in the future. Nessa is brilliant. And Iztapalapa. Yeah, Ciudad Nessa will be another one. Back again. Cool. Finn Del Mundo is in Mexico now. Brilliant. Follow his channel if you haven't already. Are you filming videos yet, Finn, or are you still jet lagged? Nigel, exactly the same reasons why you hate the UK. Hilarious. I think a lot of people aren't very honest about it. And the thing, I haven't done a video about this, but it's quite funny. Like, I get it every day, and also in English lessons as well. People say to me, why wouldn't you want to live in London? It must be amazing. And then my answer is well, maybe I don't say this, but if it was amazing, I would be there. It's not. It's a bit like, someone from Mexico City, if someone asked them that question, they would probably also say that it's shit. Excuse my language. But it's that thing about when you're from somewhere, you just don't see it in the same way. What the F is in Iztapalapa? Not a lot. Oh, there was that mount, what was it called? Cerro de la Estrella, that hill. Hill to the Stars, Hill of the Stars, the one with the condoms in the cave. Finn knows that one. That was the beginning of the last year Mexico videos, the first one. Yeah. What else is there? I guess it's just a bit more like authentic Mexico, if you know what I mean. Don't get me started on the whole real authentic thing, but yeah, it's just a bit more me, Nigel, yeah, so I'm from West London, and it's a bit, it's not like Buckingham Palace. It's a bit of a crap hole. And that's why I always felt quite comfortable in Iztapalapa, because it wasn't perfect. It wasn't polished. It was just gritty and real, That's why I don't really like Mazatlan, but that will be featured in upcoming videos. It's okay, but it's kind of like I have to feel like I have to be fake and say, oh, it's amazing. And really, just don't really like it. But that'll be in a future video. Tasker, guess it's not great that all I've seen of Mexico. I can't read today. So far is Tijuana, Mexicali. And speaking of Mexicali, I sent my drone yesterday to Mexicali. Israel now has a drone. Brilliant. The one that shot into the sky in Durango. Well, it's a replacement, obviously. Yes, the sex dungeon episode. I shouldn't mention sex because YouTube will probably demonetize this. Yes, Monterrey is just 3 hours from Torreon. Yes, it is. But when will I be there? It would be likely to be like August, end of July. No, probably August. Because potentially, yeah, maybe I could fly from Monterrey to Mexico City. That could be the option. George, watch this space. Monterrey, the return may happen. Although it's kind of the first time because I didn't film any videos the last time. So, yeah, future. So I'm going to be in Sinaloa basically until mid-July. So that I think there's going to be about 5 videos from Sinaloa. The thing I wanted to say, and this is on the back of the Torreon video, I can only do so much in one video. And have to remember I'm a human. I said in the last one, I'm not a cyborg. I suffer from heat stroke and sun exhaustion. You know what I mean? Just like any of us. And being out for 12 hours filming is exhausting. Bye, Matthew Tasker. Enjoy your flight. And I can't do absolutely everything in one day. And the thing is, a lot of people always say, they use the word falto. I was going to do a video about this, but then I couldn't be bothered, saying that like you miss this, you miss that. And my response to that is always like, well, how do you know? Are you with me 24 hours a day? There are many things I do which aren't in videos. So like museums, you can't film in them anyway. Nightlife, I'm not going to film in darkness, and also copyright music. So the Mazatlan video, there will be a selection of things, not everything. There is going to be 2 videos from Mazatlan, but I'm not sure what the second one's going to be yet. It could be from Mazatlan itself. It might be from Pueblo Mágico, just for a bit of difference, you know. Sinaloa, I'm then going to get the El Chepe Express. I'm booked up until that. After that, nothing is booked. And obviously it's open to change, even though I've got a rough plan. I'm then going to be heading to Chihuahua for a short time. So there'll be a few videos from Chihuahua. It's somewhere that I want to probably come back to for a longer trip, a bit like Durango, because it feels like, from what people have told me, that it's a bit like Durango in the amount of variety and the amount of things to do. And I think it would warrant a longer trip, if you know what I mean. Then I'll be heading to Torreon for about a week and a half, where I'm going to film 5 videos. So is anyone from Torreon? There'll be Parras, I can't pronounce it. Cuatro Ciénegas, I can't pronounce that either. And then a few in Durango itself, Gomez Palacio, and I've got fluff on my arm. And Gomez Palacio, and what's the other one? Lerdo, the places that I went to that weren't in videos. But I'm going to film proper videos in those places. And the great thing is with those videos, I've got a list as long as my arm from people who want to be in videos from Torreon. So I won't give it all away, but there are some really cool things that maybe you wouldn't normally gain access to. And that's a result of that video. Madness. JK Blogs, I'll come back to the travel thing in a minute. How do you get students to come to your website, or are you cutting back on teaching generally? Oh, a bit of both. I did a blog post. So if you go on my website, the most recent blog post is, I'll see if I can find the link while I'm talking. It covers that basically. So to be honest, I have a lot of long-term people that, they were originally from my talkie, but then because they've seen me on YouTube and Instagram and everything, they know I have a website. So many of them automatically just come over anyway. I can't stop them doing that. I'm not actually saying to them, you must book on my website, because then that would be against the italki terms and conditions, you know what I mean? But a lot of them are that, but a lot of them come from simply word of mouth or referrals. So I have like a referral code on my website. So a lot of existing students often speak to their partners, family members, colleagues at work, their bosses. You know, I've had before, like I'll get in contact with a boss of a company in Russia, and he'll say, okay, I've got 5 people that need English lessons, and we do it like that. But those ones, it's difficult because they don't have like the personal drive to learn English. It's just because their boss is telling them they've got to do it. So generally they aren't regular ones. But the thing about long-term referrals, so for example, I have one woman in Moscow. She recommended her friend, who then recommended her husband, who then recommended her mother. So it's like a chain, if you know what I mean. And also, I have cut back. So back in the beginning, I would do like 40 lessons a week, and that would pretty much be all I did. That was when I was in Japan. But now it's 4 days a week, 6 hours maximum every day. And that is enough. Like realistically, I need a few days to film, edit, do other things as well. Because especially during my break, I've started up doing a lot. I keep saying a lot. Many new things, like my photo website, my English Instagram page, this, my merchandise, however, available on my website and also on YouTube. This was so good, is so good, that it was stolen in Iztapalapa off the washing line, so I had to get a new one. Yeah, so I've cut down on teaching a lot, but because my prices are higher now and I focus generally on business English, I charge a bit more for that, so I earn more. Anyway, I hope that answered that. How long are you filming to make a 10 to 15 minute video? Global Greg, that is a bloody brilliant question. It could be 12 hours. So I'll use a bloody table. Nombre de Dios as an example. I left like 8 o'clock in the morning and I didn't get home until like 8 o'clock at night. That video was, I think, like 19 minutes. That seems to be the regular lately. Yeah, it can take all day because things like, you know, Finn will know this. You have like a shot of, say, I don't know, a bush in front of a street and you do like the focus thing. So it looks in focus and you know what I mean? That, you know, I can get 4 different shots of that from different angles. Also, there are talking shots. This isn't so much of a problem now because back in the day, I used to like take different takes over and over again to get it right. But now I generally just like, whatever, if I mess it up, I don't care. It makes it more natural, you know, but sometimes I have to, especially if there's wind or, you know, there's a major cock up or I speak about some historical information wrong or whatever. Those bits can take a long time. Drone shots as well. So I have, it's in my bag somewhere. I have three batteries for my drone. And each of those gives you like half-hour flying time. So, you know, if I use all 3 of them, which I did with the Nombre de Dios and Mexicano video, that's an hour and a half of the day gone already. And obviously I don't put all of the drone shots in a video. It's just a small selection. So that's a big one. Remember as well, there's walking between places, getting buses, all the stuff that doesn't appear on the video. And also sometimes I do things that don't make it into the video. So Nombre de Dios, again, there was actually a whole section at the end when I left that non-waterfall and got back to Nombre de Dios, which I just didn't include because it was just too long already. So I cut it out and I changed I'd sort of cut it at the end to make it look like it was the end, if you know what I mean. So yeah, a long time, basically. Sometimes one video can take more than one day. So I might do drone shots on one day, or I might go out and film. I did this in Latvia a lot. So I would go out one day and film a lot of B-roll scenery shots. And then the next day I would film the actual video with the talking bits. And then as Finn is saying, hi, Easy, what's happening? It takes a long time. So I did a 16-minute video and it took 30 hours to edit. Yeah, ridiculous. Editing is a killer. Normally now, I can normally do it quite quick. So a big 19-minute video that isn't ridiculously complicated, I can get done in like 5 hours, 6 hours. But then it's not just a case of it's over. You then have to render it, upload it, which can take hours. Then you've got to write the description, do all the SEO, keywords, Instagram trailer. What else? There's loads of other stuff. Yeah, there's loads of like post-editing stuff. Bye, Nigel. That you have to do, and it takes forever. So this one that I'm filming today, I'm going to be starting it when I finish teaching tomorrow, which will be 2 o'clock. I'll probably get most of it done by like 10 o'clock, I reckon. But then I will probably leave it to upload overnight, which takes, I mean, here it's not a problem because the Wi-Fi is quite good. But then the next day I'll be up on Patreon. The day after it'll be on YouTube. I hope that answers that. It takes a long time. Thumbnail as well. That's the thing. So I'm crap at remembering to take thumbnail photos or any photos while I'm filming, which I could possibly use for a thumbnail. So, you know, like the classic shocked one. Yeah. Don't do them. It can take a long time. And remembering to do these things. So quite often the thumbnail might actually be a screenshot from the video, or I might cut myself out and put it over the top. Yes, lovely. George, Parras, is it Parras or do people just say Paras? Because not everyone says Torreon. Everyone just says Torreon. It has the oldest vineyard in North America. Brilliant. I can get drunk. I'm hearing that a lot, actually, with like Northern America. I mean, Mexico. There's a lot of like, this is the oldest, the tallest, the greatest, the biggest. But then when you look online, it's not. According to Wikipedia. Apparently the bridge, is it the Balaguate Bridge? Someone told me yesterday it was the tallest in the world, but there's like 8 other bridges that are taller, mainly in China. There are a lot of things like that. I think there's that we are the first to do everything thing. Yeah, so that's that. Okay. Is there any questions about Torreon or Mazatlan? So there's this video, which will be up probably Wednesday. Then there'll be another one I'm going to do after that. That's going to be a talking one about impressions of Mazatlan. So I'm not going to focus on that in the main one. And I'm going to do a separate one afterwards and pretend to be shocked and maybe compare it to like Vallarta or something. That's going to be a theme. There's a noise outside. Lovely. Yeah, and that's that. Lots to come. Going forward, even. Jeff, sorry, I missed yours. Look at my question above. Hi, David. I had recommended Veracruz to. I love saying that, Veracruz. And you said you would go. I did. Lots of people have recommended Veracruz. Is that in the works before August? The answer, unfortunately, is no, because I'm focusing on the north this time, and I just haven't got time. So after Torreon, I'm going back to Mexico City for I think about 2 weeks. I'm going to film about 4 videos there, and then it's back to Europe. I think Veracruz is going to be like an elusive one. When I come back next time, I swear, in blood, that I will go to Veracruz next time. Yeah. Which region of Mexico have you liked the most, north, center, or south? That's a good one. Shall I start with the north? Because I haven't really finished this trip yet. So far, Durango is bloody brilliant. It's like a bit like what I said about Iztapalapa, like being very me. Durango is as well, because I think it was great to walk down the road in Durango and not have every single person be like, "Hola, buenas tardes." They would just walk past and not say anything or give you a dirty look, just like in London. So that I felt very comfortable with that. Yeah, people are a bit different. The food is insane. And with Durango, it's a bit like San Luis. So in terms of the variety of landscapes, I didn't expect that. And just what I did in those videos is a very small selection. You really need a car to go to a lot of these places in Durango, which I can't do because my license is in Poland with my Polish citizenship stuff. They need it for identification, so I couldn't get a car here, which was bloody annoying. The center, it's difficult to identify, like what is center, what is north. Center, I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I guess you could say San Luis. It's kind of central, heading to north, isn't it? But what about like a typical colonial place? Tlaxcala, okay, that's got to be up there, which is a shock, because no one goes there. But it was, yeah, like I said in the last video, the best Al Pastor ever. But it was just very, it was like a quieter version of Puebla, without the tourism, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that was before Corona. Yeah, so it wasn't a Corona thing. And south, okay, I haven't been many places in the south, probably Acapulco or Taxco. Cuernavaca is another one, yeah. So I haven't been down to Chiapas. I haven't been to like Zihuatanejo, I can't say that, or, you know, that kind of area. Yeah, so probably, so surprisingly, yeah, Acapulco, even though I hate beach locations generally, but that is kind of a bit of an exception. What about like the west? Probably nowhere. Puerto Vallarta, bleh, didn't like it. East, east, yeah. Well, I mean, like, you know, Cancun area. Probably like, I don't know, maybe like Merida, possibly. It was a bit hot when I was there. Good food, but a lot of expat, gringo, foreigner, immigrant, tourist, traveller, foreigners. You know what I mean? Yes. In Durango, there is a place in the winter that gets to -30. What? There was something I was going to mention about cold, actually. Remind me, Creole, before I go. Zihuatanejo is a smaller, quieter version of Vallarta. I probably wouldn't like it then. Brett, right, I'm going somewhere in about 2 hours to some market you recommended. That should be in the video. I forgot to reply. Brilliant. Yeah, so I was going to say that the one thing about future travels that could be a problem is Creole, I don't know how to pronounce it. On the way, well, the last stop of the El Chepe Express, I can't find anywhere to stay that has either has Wi-Fi or good Wi-Fi. The thing is, right, because if I was just traveling, it would be fine. I could stay there with crappy Wi-Fi, but I'm not. So I need to work as well. So Creole could be a problem. It might just be a very, very quick visit before I go to Chihuahua itself. So that could be something that might change, but we will see, Hans. Yes. I've already rescheduled my jobs for a day or two. So so I would normally work Monday and Tuesday. I'm getting the train on the Monday, so I've moved everything to other days. Then Tuesday, same thing. And then there seems to be only one bus a day to Chihuahua, so I would have to film in the morning on Tuesday morning and then get the bus at 2 o'clock, which doesn't make for much time or being able to do anything. Because I've already planned a whole week off for the Torreon videos, and if I keep having weeks off, I'll be living on the streets. So share my videos, watch the whole thing, watch the next video, you know, keep me going. Yes, so yeah, Chihuahua, it will probably, honestly, after Creole, I haven't really looked into it. So it could be Chihuahua. Is it Pajaral as well? I get it mixed up with the one in Coahuila. I haven't really looked at that bit yet, but I know I'm going to be in Chihuahua for a couple of weeks. Leonardo Moreno. Okay. Oh God, it's something about local and foreigners. Radical place in. Oh, sorry, my Spanish is not very good, especially my reading. Videos with local YouTubers or foreigners. Do you mean that you would want me to do videos with other YouTubers and foreigners? If that is the case, I don't want to do that. Like people always ask, like, "Oh, you should do a collaboration video." It's not my thing, and it doesn't work unless you have very typical. Oh, Jeff, my Spanish is okay then. Brilliant. I can never say that word. Extranjeros. Just say foreigners. It's easier. Yeah. So things like that only work if you have similar kind of channels, you know. So yeah, Tangerinis. I wouldn't do. I mean, I would never do a video with them, but I wouldn't anyway because they're not a travel channel. They're an expat relocation channel. So the things, you know, and they wouldn't go to somewhere like Torreon. So it would just be complete opposite, if you know what I mean. Yeah, if I was moving to Mexico and I was doing that whole expat relocation thing, then yeah, maybe, but that's not the case. Yeah, the other thing, so I have some plans to do some videos with locals, in some of the Torreon videos, and also there's one in Ciudad Neza. I have someone lined up. That's going to be that's going to be like in September, you'll see that, but that's a possibility. I'm sure there are some others as well, but yeah, so there might be some locals coming up in future videos, FYI, but I'm not going to do one with another YouTuber. It just doesn't work. Chihuahua is, I'm going to go in a minute because I've got to go out filming. These videos don't film themselves, you know. Lovely. Oh, my phone just went off. It told me filming. Okay, Chihuahua is nice. There's a really nice hotel in Chihuahua. Hotel Plaza Chihuahua. See, that's the thing. Hotels don't work for me because there's never good enough Wi-Fi in the room. There's never a desk. Well, sometimes there is. I can't do English lessons in a hotel lobby. I never stay in hotels. I always stay in Airbnbs because it's private. And the one thing, if anyone ever says, oh, I can come and stay with you for a few days, you wouldn't want to, because I'm very loud from 8 o'clock in the morning speaking on Skype and listening on Skype, doing lessons. So it doesn't work. I fell out with someone majorly in Indonesia about that, and I ended up leaving. Do you stay in touch with Erin? Yes and no. She's kind of disappeared from Instagram for a while now. So I haven't spoken to her in a while. I'm pretty sure she was meant to be coming back to Mexico this month. Last time I remember she said something about coming to Mexico City in June. It's now 20th of June. This table is driving me crazy. So I don't know. I've got no other way of contacting her. Yeah, so that's that. Lovely. Right, so I'm going out to film. I also need to find a new place to stay. I'm visiting somewhere in Centro Histórico today. It's a long story. That might be in one of the videos about construction and drilling, but that might not be happening. We'll see what happens. Yeah, this video will have one example of food in it, not everything on offer, because I haven't got the stomach the size of an elephant. Also, I haven't got all day. And what's the other thing? There'll be a few climbing up things. Brett will probably know what I mean when I talk about that. And yeah, drone shots, other bits, pretending to be shocked, as if I'll ever do that. Anyway, I'm gonna have a cigarette now and go to Oxo, and I'll see you later. Thanks for coming. Just quickly, when will you be moving back to Europe? August. It's about the 20th, 22nd of August at the moment, because my 180 days ends on the 25th of August. So I've got to leave Mexico by then. But yeah, videos will be coming from Mexico until early October, because I'm going to end up really behind. So there'll be like one every week. So yeah, you'll have Mexico videos until I think it's the first week of October. That could change. We'll see what happens. Brilliant. Okay, have a good bien dia, amigos. Hasta luego. How do I end this? End stream. Speak to you soon.